We have superpowers. They're not gonna look like the kind they do in movies. They'd be weird. They wouldn't be super strength or super speed or even laser eyes. I think I found mine. Ironically, the superpower I think I found has something to do with stats. Not the kind that lets you outrun line itself. The mathematical kind. And it starts with the simplest ideas of all. Probability. A coin flip. Heads or tails. 50-50. At least that's what we're taught. I think, and I will prove in this video, that I can beat those odds. You see, creating true randomness is surprisingly difficult. The way a coin is tossed, the way it spins, the side it starts on, the force behind the throw, all these things introduce tiny biases. Not enough for people to notice, but maybe enough for stats to notice. And that's where things get weird. You see, for the last few months I've had a suspicion that sounds completely ridiculous. I think I can predict coin flips better than chance. Not by much, not enough to get rich, not enough to walk into a casino and retire tomorrow, just enough to make stats uncomfortable. Now before you roll your eyes, I know how insane that sounds. The problem is that human beings are really good at finding patterns that don't exist. We're wired to see meanings in randomness, and we forget our failures. Given enough coin flips, everyone starts to think that they can do it. And maybe I've convinced myself that I have an edge. I really don't. Maybe I'm just another guy who's fallen for a statistical illusion. Or maybe I'm not. The problem with making a video like this is if I succeed, people will think that I'm lying and fudging the numbers. And if I fail, then it's not interesting enough for you to have watched the whole thing. So before I flipped a single coin, I had to answer a much more important question. What would it take to actually prove that I'm not guessing? The goal of this experiment isn't to prove that I have a superpower, but rather it's to prove that I can do this with data. Lots of data. To start with, we need to define what success and failure looks like. Anything from the 50% to about 55% I think would be statistically accurate in 1,000 flips as possible. If we reach the 56 to 59%, we're looking at luck. Anything above 60% I think proves that I can beat the odds and guess a coin flip 6 out of 10 times or 3 out of 5. So we need to define the experiment. I'm going to sit here and flip a coin 1,000 times. I'm going to record a prediction before every flip and the result afterwards. I will then keep a running total, and at the end of 1,000 flips we'll go over the results together. To keep things fair, I will also cycle through quarters. Every 100 flips I will change the quarter I use. That's just to get rid of any chances of us getting a weighted quarter on accident. We want the most accurate and the most plausible answers that we can get. The good news is, if I'm right, I've discovered a superpower of intuition. I've proven that my intuition is strong. If I'm wrong, then I just flipped 1,000 coins for nothing, and this video will probably flop. Here we go. Okay, so I was gonna just continue this experiment at home, but the wife and kid wanted to come play, so they're over there playing. I got myself my handy dandy notebook and my pen, and we're gonna just keep on making predictions. Alrighty, I don't know how well this mic works, but we did 100 flips at the park and we're back. I recorded everything in this little notebook that I got, right? And writing and flipping and all that, it's slow. It's not that my hand hurts, but like my hand was beginning to hurt. I just don't think this is gonna work. And that's kind of concerning because we're 10% done. We barely scratched the surface. Right now, my prediction is at 47% accurate. I got 47% of my coin flips correct. And that's kind of in line with what statistics shows us. The good news is, we're only 10% done, right? So I have plenty of time to prove my point. I'm going to come up with an idea. I think what I'm going to end up doing is using my computer, and I'm just going to record with my other microphone, my voice into ChatGPT, and be like, heads, result, tails, heads, result, tails, tails, result, tails, you know? And maybe that will transfer well enough into ChatGPT that it can organize the results for us. So 100 flips down, 900 more to go. Let's get cracking. Alright, so we've done 500 flips. We're halfway there, and the worst part is my hand hurts. My thumb is so freaking sore. There's no marks on it, which is surprising, but like, wow, who would have thought just flipping a bunch of quarters over and over again would lead to pain? We got a few more hours of this right now. I think it's safe to say if I have a superpower, it's not endurance. We're currently sitting at 57%, which is interesting. But I got to admit something, right? Every time I complete a page, I'm excited to do the math and see what the percentage is. And I've actually stopped in the middle of some pages and just, hey, I wonder what I'm at right now, and just chasing that. And this isn't the first time this has happened. I've done this with YouTube videos when I'm chasing numbers. I've done this with designing apps and other things, right? I love numbers, and so I'm finding myself kind of going on emotional highs, emotional lows, because I might have a streak of 13 out of 20. I do them in columns of 20, and I'm feeling high, I'm feeling good. And other times I'll do 11 out of 20 or 10 out of 20, and that just feels so statistically low compared to a 12 or 13 out of 20, even though it's not that large of a difference. And I'm like, do I really want to keep doing this? Do I really want to flip 500 more coins? Well, I guess 5 more coins 100 times. But I guess there's really nothing to it but to do it. So 500 more coin flips. Here we go. Alrighty, I've done 999 coin flips. My hand is exhausted. Still no mark on it or anything, but I figured we would do the 1,000 flip together, and we'll see how it goes. Now I've changed the method of flipping just a little bit. I don't know if I showed it in the video, but instead of flicking my thumb, I'm just kind of tossing it. Just trying to save my thumb as much as possible. So instead of even, let's just like that. I do think that has messed up my prediction accuracy. We'll go over the numbers in a second, but here we go. Flip 1,000. I think it's going to be heads. Here we go. It's tails. With that, I'll record the last little one. And that's 1,000 coin flips complete. So, let's go over it. Out of 1,000 flips, I correctly predicted 511. That's 51.1%. So I guess I'm not getting rich. And it looks like I don't really have the edge I thought I did. At least, not one that survived 1,000 flips. And honestly, I'm kind of glad about that. Not because I wanted to be wrong, but because I feel like I learned something way more interesting. At the beginning of this video, I was testing whether or not I had a superpower. Sounds silly, was silly, but I genuinely believe that I could correctly predict more than the average person. I thought that I had an advantage. But turns out what I was actually testing was whether or not I was willing to chase the data to find out if it was true. And I didn't get the answer that I wanted. I wanted to see 57, 58, 60%. And I just didn't get there. But the funny thing is, I do still believe people have superpowers. Not the kind that we see in movies, but I do think that the human mind is something super incredible. We have the ability to form a hypothesis and test it. And that's what I did. we never had any guarantee of success. I don't know if this video is going to be a good video. I don't know if there was a prize at the end of the rainbow. I don't know what would have happened if I was right, but I decided to see this through. And I think that is really the beauty of human nature. Now, the truth is there's still a lot of weird things that I'm willing to test. So let's do it. Leave a comment if you want to see me flip another 10,000 coins. Maybe I guess dice rolls. Who knows what it could be. Actually, I have dice, but for now I think I need coffee and whatever the opposite of 1,000 coin flips is.